Hello everyone, it's Ben at TV Parts today. In today's video, we are going to be showing you how to remove the back plate and the boards from this LG unit. It is model 60LF6090. If you are having power issues, we're going to be teaching you how to remove that power supply. If you're having display issues, we're going to be teaching you how to remove that main board or T-con board. And let's jump right into it. We do have the television laid down here on its face. The first step is going to be to get all of the screws out of the back plate. There are a couple to keep in mind. There are a couple here where the wall mount connects to the television. There's going to be one here by the power plug, one here by the main board, another one over here. Just make sure that we're getting everything out, and we will go ahead and get the screws out and we'll move on to the next step. All right, after we get all the screws, the next step is going to be to do one more pass just to make sure that we got everything. It looks like I did a pretty good job here. All right, then we're going to start lifting up on this back plate, just kind of going around the outside in case there are any clips, in case there are any wires connecting anything. We want to do this very slowly. So we'll slowly lift up. Looks like everything is good to go here on the inside, and that does give us access to the boards in the back of the unit. The first board that we're going to be removing is the main board, and the first step is going to be to get all of the clips and connections around the outside of the board away from the board. So we'll start with this guy here at the top. We can move this tape off to the side. This one is going to have two buttons on the right and left side of the clip that we're going to want to depress, and we're going to walk that straight away from that clip. And it did come out here at an angle. If that happens, we can pop that back in and try one more time. This is an LVDS cable. There are going to be two buttons on the right and left side that we're going to want to pinch down on to depress those clips, and then we're going to very gently walk that away from the board. Exact same clip here. Depress those two clips, walk it away. This one's going to have a flap on the back of the clip that we're going to depress with our finger or fingernail, and we can just walk that right away. Same thing with this guy, just a little bit different style clip. Same thing here. Now we just have a couple of screws to get out and away from the board, and this should come away from the chassis. After the screws come out, this should just lift up and away. Just feel like there's a little bit of resistance here. It's probably some adhesive underneath the board. We just kind of want to wiggle it back and forth to loosen that adhesive up. And it should pop away from the board. And that is the main board for this unit. The next board we're going to be removing is the power supply board, and much like the main board, our first step is going to be to go around the outside, get all of the clips and connections away from the board. So let's start with this one right here. We're going to depress the small levers, the small clips on the right and left side of this plug. We're going to depress those down and then pull it directly away from the board. And you see it kind of came out here at an angle again. We're just going to pop that back in and try one more time. This one is going to have a small lever or a small flap on the back of the clip that we're going to depress with our finger or our fingernail, and this should just come right out of there. Looks like we got a handful of screws, and this one should come away from the chassis. After the screws come out, this should just lift up and away, and that is the power supply board for this unit. Last up is the T-con board, and same process here. We'll want to get all of the clips and connections away from the board before we hit those screws. Let's do a little bit of moving this tape around just so we have a little bit more space to work with. And what I'm going to do here, if we lift up on these two pieces of tape, and this will be connected to the main board, but we can lift these speakers up and away from the chassis, and that will give us a lot more space to work with here. We'll set these off to the side. There we go. So first clips that we're going to work on are these two LVDS cables or ribbon cable connections. We're going to depress the buttons on the right and left side, and we're just going to walk those right out of that connection. Same thing here. Depress the two clips. And that one did come out at an angle, so we'll just pop it back in. Depress the two clips. And this one is being a little stubborn, so we are going to take our time. We're going to be very patient, just kind of work with the clip. And that comes right out. There we go. So I believe we are running out of a little bit of space here. I am going to take the housing for the IR sensor and the Wi-Fi board off as well. This should just lift up and we can set this whole piece off to the side. We don't have to take the Wi-Fi board off or anything like that. A little bit of tape here. We could probably just leave this alone. What we want to do is pop up these ribbon cable connection flaps with our fingernail. The little black flaps just pop right up, and we should be able to get a little bit force here just to pop those out. And this guy just slid right out with no problems. I've got two very small screws here, so what I'm going to do is switch over to my #1 size screwdriver. It's just a very fine tip screwdriver that we can use to get these very small screws out of here. After those two screws come out, we should just be able to lift up on this T-con board. Feels like there's a little bit of adhesive underneath. There are two little clips that also hold it right here that just set it up in place against the chassis, and that is the T-con board for this unit. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. If you have any questions about this or any other TV repair, you can give us a call at 930-212-1975, or you can send us an email to info@tvpartstoday.com. You can also head on over to www.tvpartstoday.com. You can check out our numerous blog articles, our Wizard of TV Repair, our massive inventory. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.